Today I'm going to make my easy lemon delicious slice. Got a few friends coming over this afternoon for tea, and this is always a winner with its intense citrus flavor and a lovely crisp crust. It's really great. First things first, always grease your baking tin, and really important in this instance to cut a nice large piece of baking paper that overhangs, as it becomes really easy to lift out once it's baked. Right, a nice big bowl, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the butter into squares. Be popped into a large microwave safe bowl. We'll now pop it in the oven for 1 minute on medium. We now add our other ingredients to our melted butter. It's been in the microwave for 1 minute on medium. It's nice and melted now. And the next step is we need to pop in our ½ a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Extract I always prefer because it just adds that slightly stronger vanilla flavor. Now we're going to put in our 1/3 of a cup of sugar, of castor sugar. I like to use a wooden spoon for this. I find that it incorporates very much better into the butter mixture. Now that we've added our vanilla and castor sugar, I sift in 1 1/3 cups of flour. Sift it in nicely, and our little extra 1/3 of a cup of flour all goes in. And one other addition which makes for a lovely crisp crust is our 1 tablespoon of cornflour. This just adds a lovely lightness to the recipe. All our flour, in it goes. All we do now is we gently stir the mixture until it forms a nice soft dough. Almost ready, just the way I wanted it. We can now bring back our prepared baking tray, and into the baking tray we will now pop what is going to be the base for our lemon slice. Make sure that your dough comes right to the edge of the baking pan. I find that it's very often useful to use the back of your spoon to help to get a good finish on your dough. We now have the dough in the baking pan just the way we want it, and it's all ready to be popped into the oven. Now, I have a fan-forced oven, so I put it on at 160 degrees, but for a normal oven, 180 would be fine. "15 to 20 minutes should be fine." Right, looks pretty good. That's the look that I want, and we're all ready to begin the topping. We now need to let this cool down. What we're about to do now is we need to squeeze our lemons. I'll need 2/3 of a cup of lemon juice. I now need a teaspoon of lemon rind. A full lemon would be enough. A lovely fine lemon rind, which just adds that delicious extra bite of citrus. Right, I'm happy that we now have our teaspoon of lemon rind. Just for our purposes we cut again because I'm be squeezing. For the topping we need 4 eggs, So now I'm going to just break our 4 eggs. I've had a few bad experiences over the years, so I find that when there are a few eggs in a recipe, it's always better to break them into a bowl first. Lovely farm organic eggs are the best to use. Right, so now in our mix we've got our lemon rind, we've got our eggs. We're now going to add our castor sugar. I used 1 1/4 cups of castor sugar for this recipe. So in it goes. As I told you, it's a nice easy recipe, so there's not a whole lot of difficulty in getting that lovely lemon curd. Right, we're now popping in our ingredients for the topping. We have our 4 eggs, 4 lemons, and 1 1/3 cups of castor sugar, all into the bowl with 1/3 cup of flour. When making lemon curd, it's so often a lengthy process on the top of the stove, but as I said, this is an easy recipe, so it all gets combined, and once our mixture is nicely combined, we can add the juice. 2/3 cup of lemon juice. Right, that's a lovely consistency. Now you need 2/3 cup of lemon juice, and that is going to give it its beautiful citrus flavor. I've strained my lemon juice because there's nothing worse than finding a little lemon pip in your slice. Right, it's looking lovely and delicious. We've now reached the point where we can pour our lovely topping onto our cooked base. It is a very, very watery topping, but don't worry about that. It will seep into this lovely base and form a lovely topping. Right, this now gets popped in the oven to set and to bake for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. Oh, what a lovely, lovely lemon aroma is filling the kitchen. We now want to put it on our rack to cool, and we need to leave it like that for probably the next 10 or 12 minutes for it to cool completely. Then we're going to dust it with sifted icing sugar, and it's going to look and taste just divine. We now come to the fun part. We've allowed our slice to cool in the tin. Most important, it needs to cool in the tin until it's really, really cool, because we're going to lift it out and we're going to put it down on our work surface. We can sprinkle it with icing sugar. We're now going to slice it into squares, and it'll be all ready for the ladies for afternoon tea. You're all welcome to join us for afternoon tea.